A lot of people believe you need an additional app to do this, but you can do all this within the Instagram. Hey, you're a business owner. You're probably like me, where you've been curious about TikTok, but you've taken one look at the app and you've run away from it because creating a TikTok video looks near impossible. If you have ever struggled like me to create a TikTok video, then you're in the right place, because today I am sharing some TikTok creator hacks that I wish I knew when I first opened up the app and that took me way too long to figure out. Stay tuned until the end, where I'm going to share what to post today on TikTok that's going to give me the highest chance of actually going viral. What I'm about to share with you today has worked for Jess, who first heard me on the Amy Porterfield podcast, and she put my tips into action and then wrote me this. Hey Elise, wanted to give a quick thank you for your TikTok podcast with Amy. My wife is just starting her online business. Said to herself, hey, this is worth a shot. She immediately started seeing 1,000 plus views on her posts. One of them is over 26,000. She posted like 3 days ago. All because you made it seem accessible on Amy's podcast. Thank you for that. That note actually came from Mike of Mike and Jess, but thank you both for taking action and sharing with me your results. I'm Elise Darma, and I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs, creators, and freelancers like yourself use social media to actually grow your business. And today I am covering some of my favorite TikTok hacks for creators. The very first thing that I want to cover is how to set the duration of your text so that it actually hits the beat of a song. This took me a while to figure out. So first things first, I have my TikTok app open and I'm going to find a song, I'm going to snap to it, record it, and then I'm going to show you how I add the text so that it matches the beat of the song. So here I go. We'll use this song. Okay. So here I am about to record. I am going to use the timer, 3 seconds. Okay, so I've just filmed my TikTok video. Now that I've filmed it, I'm going to show you how I add the text. So right at the bottom, there's a text field. So I'm going to tap that. And let's say I shared a tip like Instagram bio tips. Okay, so let's say I want this to be the title, and I'm just going to tap the A to give it that background. Okay, so let's say I want to put it at the top here. Now, I want to set it for the entire video duration. So let me go back and show you what I did there. What I did was I moved it around with my finger, and then when I tapped it again, there's the option to edit it, which allows me to change the words or add emojis, or I can hit set duration, okay? So this is highlighted red for the entire video clip, but if I change this, this actually means it's going to pop up at a different time where the red is. And actually that's pretty cool because I just timed it with my point. So let me keep it there. Just as an example, hit the check mark, and let's do one more. I'm just making up text, but let's say like Instagram feed. Let's give it a different color. Now I want this to go at the time, let's say, let's put it on another point. So again, let's place it here, then hit set duration. Now I'm just gonna drag it to a point in the video where I'm literally pointing to that text, like right here. Then I can hit play if I want, just to see how it looks. There we go. And I've basically hit the correct beat of the song because I pointed to the beat, right? Okay, so to finish this TikTok, I would go ahead and add text for every time that I point. And that's basically how you add text that disappears and appears to the beat of a song or whenever you'd like it to. The next thing I want to show you is how to film multiple clips and string them all together, or even move them around or trim them. A lot of people believe you need an additional app to do this, but you can do all this within the Instagram. A lot of people believe that you need an additional app to edit TikTok videos, but you can really do it all within the app. So first thing I'm going to do is hit the plus button. There I am. And let's just say I'm going to film a couple clips. So I will flip my camera and I'll do some of the trees for a few seconds. You can see the blue line at the top. Then I'm going to flip it back around. I'm going to hold and just wave. And then I'm going to flip this way. Do a little motion, and then I'm going to show my screen, very messy. And then I am going to flip it backwards and do one more. Okay. So you can see at the top, all the blue lines, that's showing me all the different clips that I have, okay? And if I want to preview it, I can just hit the red check button and preview them all together. Now on this page, there's also an option on the right-hand side called Adjust Clips. So if I hit Adjust Clips, I can actually see all of my clips, my 5 of them, at the bottom. So I can drag and drop them just by simply holding down and moving them around. That allows me to change the order. Now, let's say for this tree clip, I actually find it a bit long and I want to make it shorter. So I can simply drag the toggles at the beginning of the end or the end and move it around. Now, if I really don't like this clip, I can even just hit the trash can and delete it. Okay, so now I'm left with the 4 clips. So let's say I want to minimize this one, make it a bit shorter, hit the check mark, then I want to move it over here. Let's drag it. You have to have a strong hold on it. And then I want this one to be minimized and shortened as well. Okay, so this is where you're going to move clips around. It's all under that Adjust Clips feature. The next thing I want to show you is how to add a voiceover to your clips. Now, you can hit the plus button and you can film the clips within the TikTok app, or there's an upload button in the bottom right. So let's say you were going out and about in the city and you have a couple clips that you want to put together, kind of like a vlog, or it could be a demo or a tutorial. So I'm just going to choose these 4 clips, then hit next. So these are all from my camera roll. Now, if you don't want a song, you can simply choose default and it's going to choose the song or the sounds that you already have in these clips. So let's leave it on default. Now, in the upper right, we see the voiceover feature. Okay, so now I'm just going to hit voiceover and I'm going to record me talking and describing these clips. Hey everyone, welcome to Vancouver. It's beautiful here. Here I am crossing the bridge and I just can't get enough of this scenery. It's so green and lush. Plus our mornings next to the fireplace are pretty awesome. Okay, so that's it. Let's hit play. Hey everyone, welcome to Vancouver. It's beautiful here. Now you can see that my volume is in competition with the volume of my clips. So I'm going to actually bring original sound down here. And all I did was hit sound in the bottom left, and then I hit volume. So I actually don't want the original sound for my clips to appear. I just want my added sound to be there. So now it's 100% crystal clear. All right, so that's how you create a demo using clips that you either film in the TikTok app or you upload from your camera roll. Next, I want to show you how to use the green screen effect, because this is really powerful and super easy to use. Powerful in the sense that you can pull up any screenshot, testimonial, case study, whatever is relevant to your business right behind you and describe it to your audience. So again, you're going to go to the plus button and then you're going to hit effects in the bottom left. And then you are going to choose one of those two green screen options. So the one with the play button is actually for a video background. So let's just choose the other one and I'll show you what it looks like. This is the default photo background. Not bad, right? I can move out of the way and you can see what it looks like. So I really recommend hitting the plus button here because now you get to choose your background from your camera roll. Okay, so we've got some flowers on my camera roll. But in terms of your business, why I really like this is because let's say you get an email, a DM, a question from your audience, you can simply take a screenshot of it. So let me find something from mine. Here's one that I can use. So this would be a testimonial, right? So I could literally hit this red button, the record button, and say something like, curious about StoryVault? Here is another happy StoryVault customer. They did their first post. They got 80 replies, all from using Instagram stories strategically. Okay, so not the best, but you get where I'm going with it. So let's preview it. I'll hit the check button. Curious about StoryVault? Here is another happy StoryVault customer. They did their first post. They got 80 replies, all from using Instagram stories strategically. So that's more of a testimonial, but I really like the green screen effect because it's really easy to answer questions that you get. And I see some people using this technique really effectively where they'll pop up on screen just like you saw me, and then they'll kind of skirt off screen so that people can see the whole question, and then they'll pop back on so that they can actually explain the answer, because TikToks can be up to 60 seconds long, so you do have enough time to give a really solid in-depth answer. Now let me show you green screen video. So you're just going to go back to effects and then you're going to hit the one with the play button. So right away you get this as your default video, but let's go to my camera roll and let's see what I have. Let's see, we've got Science World. Okay, so now this can be my new video background. I'm kind of blocking the scenery, but very, very cool. You can get super creative and see how TikTok does a really good job of picking me up and then everything else is, cut out completely. So I do find the technology is quite amazing, and yeah, you can have a lot of fun with using video as your background. The next thing I want to show you is how to splice multiple clips together to match one audio or one song. This used to really confuse me, and I'll show you an example of a TikTok that I made once I figured this out.
A-part tip redact.
What?
A-part tip redact scavern.
What are you talking?
Rapper did scavern.
So you can see I cut between multiple clips. Some of them had the color effect and some of them didn't. And this is how I created this effect. So first of all, let me just find an audio. Okay, so we'll use this one. All right, so I just tapped on the title of it and now it says use song. Okay, so the key here is to use the timer button with the 3 next to it, okay? So you're gonna tap this and you can actually see a visual of the audio right at the bottom, okay? And you have the 3-second or the 10-second marker. So you're gonna give yourself a 3-second countdown, but before you hit the 3 seconds, you need to drag this red marker to where you want TikTok to stop recording you for that time, okay? This is how you create multiple clips. It's so much easier to do it within TikTok. Okay, so let's hit start countdown. You can get ready. So let's hit play or check and see what it looks like. I'm gonna redo that so that I can actually mouth what Drake is saying. So again, to redo it, I have to hit timer and then drag the cursor. All right, so let's hit the check and just look at it for a second. Okay, so I did a fine job syncing to his music. Now What do I do for the rest of the song? I go back to timer with the 3. And I'm just listening to where's a natural place to stop recording the next clip. So I'll do it right here. And then I'll just flip around for a different background and hit the countdown. Okay, I might have recorded that one a little short, but this is the idea of it. You just keep using the cursor to drag it to the point where you want to stop recording. Then you hit start countdown. I don't know what that one was. Okay, I'll just continue on with the demo. And again, we're gonna hit timer. Okay, so that I need to say on camera. So we'll do this. All right, let's watch it in full. My timing is not bad, it's not perfect, okay? So let's say I want to, let's just go back and you can see that there's 4 clips at the top by the blue lines, right? Now, let's say I really didn't mind my last take, but I wanted to redo the middle take. The only way to redo it is to hit the X button and it's going to delete the last clip, okay? So you always have to make sure you're really good with your most recent clip because to get to a clip in the middle, you have to delete the ones prior or in front of it. So let's delete it and you can see that I have the 3 now, so let's hit delete again. Now I'm only left with my first 2. So I've deleted the clips, now I have to re-film them. So again, I'm gonna go to timer and 3, drag the cursor, okay, and then let's just finish this clip off. All right, let's preview it by hitting next and tapping it. My timing is not awesome. I'd probably redo those again just so I was a lot more accurate with where I was dragging the cursor to, but that is essentially how you get multiple clips into one TikTok video, all with the same audio, and you can get really, really creative, just like the first example I showed you, where some clips or segments had me using effects and some didn't. That's how I was able to create different characters in that first example. So that tool, that is a game changer for creating TikTok videos in a way that doesn't require other apps. All right, last but not least, what's the hack that most creators aren't using? Well, it has nothing to do with the editing features of TikTok. It has everything to do with the upper 3 dots in the right-hand corner. You go to analytics, then you go to followers, and you get some great information on your followers, including sounds that they've listened to in the last 7 days. So this is a really good indication to me from TikTok that my followers are really enjoying these kind of sounds. So hint, hint, make sure I use them in my next TikTok video. So if ever you're feeling like uninspired by music or you're not sure which one to use, go to the followers tab in your analytics and look at what TikTok is suggesting for you to use. If you've enjoyed this training, I've got more how-to trainings for you, the business owner, inside of my program, TikTok Vault. It is a 2-part program. One part is all the how-tos on how to create TikTok videos for business, and the second part is a vault of 300 ideas for your business, all divided up by what you offer, whether that's services, coaching, or products. So it's a powerful program. All the how-tos, all the ideas, they come together in one. If you're ready to jumpstart your business on TikTok, then head to tiktokvault.co or head to the link right below this video. I'll leave it in the description. To ease in revenue, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today's training on TikTok hacks, some of which took me way too long to figure out. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future trainings like this one.